it's day 3 and it is the day you've all been waiting for. We are gonna be doing eyeshadow today. So we're gonna be using a few different products, starting with our brush set, our Chromafusion eye colors, and our eye primer. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I already have one eye done, and the really funny part of this is that I just did an entire tutorial and wasn't recording. So I'm gonna leave this eye on, so it'll actually take a little bit less time, but I really love you guys, so I'm doing my left eye again for you. But we have our eye primer. This stuff is really great because it's gonna go on your eyelid before your eyeshadow. It's different from the foundation primer. This is just for your eyes. It goes on your eyelid and it keeps your eyeshadow on all day, and it helps it to go on really pigmented and strong and really show the colors really well. So I'm gonna grab a little bit, use this finger, a little bit on my finger and just spread it over my eyelid. It's white and creamy and it dries completely clear. So you're not gonna see it. And I just rub it on there and let it dry for just a sec before I do my eyeshadow. So that's the eye primer. All right, and then I'm gonna be using a few different brushes today from our brush collection. This is our brush collection, it's $55. It has the all over powder brush that I used in our other video, our cheek brush. And then on this side, it has these 3 brushes that are all eye brushes, okay? So I'm gonna use these 3 today and show you how I use them for my eyes. Now, depending on your shape of eye, there are some different eye shapes. You might use different techniques just to enhance different parts. I'm gonna be showing you what I do on my eyes, and it's really, it's a pretty basic approach. This will be the basis that most people use, and then you can tweak some things if you need to for your eye shape. So the first thing I'm gonna do is grab this brush that's a little bit tapered on the side. It's called our eye crease brush. I don't necessarily use it for the crease because I like it better for this, but that is what it's called. I don't love to call it that, but I'm gonna grab our Hazelnut, which is this light brown color right here. And I'm gonna sweep that all over my eyelid without going into the inside corner because I wanna keep that really light and bright. So I'm gonna start out here. And you can see it's sticking really well because I have that primer on. When you don't have the primer, it kind of just fluffs, like just kind of, but with the primer it sticks really well. And I'm gonna come all the way up to my crease right here where my brow bone starts, and almost in there to that corner, but just kind of leaving out that corner, so like 3/4 of the way. You want to follow your natural eye line, so my lower lashes go right here up to here, so that's where I'm gonna stop this line. And don't get discouraged because you only need to know how to do your eye makeup. So all you have to do is practice your eye makeup over and over, and you'll become an expert at doing your eye makeup. Getting to know the shape of your eye and just how it curves and where you need to put the shadow. So it's really fun. So that's the first step, is just using that mid-tone all over your eye. Then I'm gonna grab this brush. It is like the really skinny tapered brush, and it's called the Eye Smudger brush. I use this one for the crease. So I'm gonna take this color, this dark brown hot fudge color, and I'm gonna sweep that in the crease of my eye. Now to find the crease, you just open your eye like this, and it's right where that brow bone meets your eyelid. Right in there is your crease. You're gonna side to side in there, coming up onto the brow bone just a little. You don't wanna do this while you do your eyeshadow because then you can't tell where you're supposed to do it. So I actually leave my eyes open. I don't have to close one. I leave them completely open so that I can really see where that crease is. Right there. And you're just going side to side. This is the part that might scare you the most because you're using this dark color. But don't worry, just do what you need to do, get the shape right, and then you can blend and lighten it if you need to. So I'm also gonna take it down here like a sideways V, down to that lower lash line, and connect it right there in the corner. lot of back and forth on this stuff. All right, and then I'm done. So that's my darker color. Now I'm gonna grab the all over eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna take this matte white color called Biscotti, and I'm gonna put that up above my eyeshadow underneath my brow, just to add a lot of just difference between the brow and the eyeshadow, so it's not blurry up there. They're not running into each other. A lot of definition is what I was trying to say. You can grab a little, and if you feel like your eyeshadow is too dark, you can even kind of tap it over top of that dark color just to tone it down a little. And then the last thing you're gonna do is grab a shimmery color. I have this white Crystalline, it's shimmer. And I'm gonna put that on the inside corner of my eye. Right here, just to brighten, and then sweep it toward the center. So you always want your eyes to be lighter on the inside than they are on the outside. It helps them to look more open and bigger and wider, and just really pretty, so that it's not like really harsh and closed off. So right here, and then into this inside just a little, add a little shimmer. Okay, they match okay? And then the last thing I'm gonna do is grab my all over powder brush, which I've got right here, and I'm gonna sweep underneath just to clean up any excess eyeshadow that might have fallen. And you can kind of tap on top if you need to tone it down. But there we go. I've got my eyes all ready to go. So you can see how much contrast it's adding to my eyelids. It makes my eyes look a lot bigger and more open. And you can use different colors depending on your eye color. When you use the opposite color of your eyes, it's gonna really make your eyes pop. So my eyes are blue, sometimes green, sometimes gray. They kind of change. If I wear browns, my eyes tend to look really blue. If I wear like purples or pinks or reds, that kind of thing, they'll look more green. And then if you have brown eyes, you can honestly wear whatever you want. Everything looks good. So whatever your preference is, if you want to use like purples or blues, if you have blue eyes and you're using blue on your eyes, now go ahead if you want to. There's no like hard, fast rule, but it is going to compete with your eye color a little rather than making it really pop. So hope that makes sense. But yeah, there's our eyeshadow. Stay tuned for our next video. We're going to be doing lashes and liner.